All right, everybody. That time of the week again. We've got a game tomorrow. The New York Jets will be traveling to Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks in about 25 hours. And yeah, this game, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this matchup because, with all due respect to the hapless, hopeless, winless New York Jets, they're the Jets. This is a completely different level from even what we had to deal with last week against the Giants with their backup quarterback. This is the worst team in the league, and it's not particularly close. This is a team that is probably not even really trying that hard to win. They are arguably trying to lose. So, basically, I could sit here and talk about, oh, we need to exploit this matchup. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to exploit their weak secondary with DK, Tyler, and David. Because not only is their secondary terrible, they're missing two safeties, Ashton Davis and Bennett Jackson. I could talk about that. I could talk about how their offense, which is already anemic as it is missing their best receiver in Denzel Mims, and their second best receiver, Jamison Crowder, may miss the game. And even one of their main running backs, and Frank Gore, may very well miss this game. I could talk about that stuff, but it seems kind of silly because it's the Jets. And not only are they terrible, not only are they bereft of talent, but they're arguably not even really trying to win games. So for this matchup, what I can say is this. We should be able to do whatever we want to do against the Jets in terms of matchups and talent. We should be able to pass the ball all over their weak secondary. We should be able to run the ball with a now 100% healthy Chris Carson. Should be able to get pressure against a team that is actually missing two offensive linemen potentially in Greg Van Roten and Pat Elflein. Should be able to get a lot of good things going against Sam Darnold because he's just not playing well. Should be able to do whatever we want to do against this team. But I'm not really focusing on the matchups here against this awful, talent-bereft Jets team because, again, as a fan, I can overlook a team like the Jets. I can look at this team and say, yeah, this team's no good. We should be able to win by a comfortable margin. The team can't, but as a fan, I can. The things that are an issue this week are quite simply the execution and the decisions made by this team. Because, again, in terms of talent, in terms of matchups, we have the Jets chasing their tail. It's not even close. If you don't have good execution and you don't have a good process on how you're going to make decisions, then it doesn't really matter who you're going to play. So that's what I'm looking out for. I'm looking for this team to refocus after a really bad game against the Giants that has a lot of Seahawks fans, including myself and the team in general, just having a bad time right now. So when we get to 4th and goal on the 2-yard line, I don't want to see us run a jet sweep to a receiver with a bum hip. When we get to 4th and 2 from the 35, I don't want to see us run a play where we have 5 receivers run 2 yards and then turn around and try to catch a curl route. I don't want to see us breaking the huddle on the offense with 3 seconds left on the play clock and wasting timeout because for some reason the play call didn't get in on time. I don't want to see us on defense taking a timeout because we thought we might, I repeat, might have had 12 men on the field. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for this week because the reality of the situation is there's nothing this team can prove tomorrow other than that they suck. The Seahawks could win this game by 70 points. They could pitch a shutout. They could not allow the Jets to cross the 50-yard line. They could completely dominate this game in every way imaginable, and it's not going to have me, and it's not going to have any realistic common sense fan coming on here and saying, oh, we're back. That Giants game is a thing of the past. It didn't happen. We're just going to move on from it. This team is going to win out. This team is winning the Super Bowl. This team is on a roll now. No. This team, nothing Russell Wilson does tomorrow is going to convince me that, oh, he's locked in again. He's ready to lead this team to greatness. He's going to win out. He's going to get us to the playoffs. We're going to do big things in the playoffs on his back. No. Nothing that happens tomorrow is going to convince me to get back on the Wilson wagon. Same with Schottenheimer. If he has a good game tomorrow, then great. I'm going to be happy about it. But I'm not going to be back on his wagon. I'm not going to be convinced that he's suddenly figured it out and he's going to make this offense a top 3 offense for the rest of the season and we're going to run to the Super Bowl on his back. Nothing like that. But if we lose or if we barely win, then they can prove that they suck. So while I will be grateful for the win tomorrow, that I'm sure is coming, I have no real concern right now that we're going to lose this game. I believe that this Jets team is as bad as advertised, and I believe they are, to a certain extent, trying to tank. They are playing a little better lately, but I believe this Jets team is as bad as advertised, and I don't think this is a game we have any real chance of losing. But with that comes the caveat that I'm not going to be sitting here after this game saying, oh yeah, beating my chest, we're back, we beat the Jets, we're going to beat everybody, we're going to kick everyone's butt. No. The only thing that can get me back on this team's wagon is the cumulative effort of winning out. Winning these last 4 games, and this Jets game is one of those 4 games, so certainly this team winning tomorrow will get us started on the right track. But there's no universe where this team winning tomorrow by any margin or in any way, shape, or form is going to convince me to forget what I saw against the Jets. Because that's not how things work. The loss last week has done immense damage to this team's chances in the playoffs. It has cost us any chance at a first-round bye. It has probably cost us any chance at the 2 seed, if you consider that to be valuable. So, to me, this is just an opportunity to start getting the ball rolling towards winning my trust back. You're not going to win our trust back tomorrow, no matter what you do, but you can start doing things in the right way and give me reason to believe that this team will start doing things in the right way in future weeks. Again, no jet sweeps to an injured receiver on 4th down, no handoffs to your backup running back on a crucial 3rd down, breaking the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock so you actually have time to get up to the line and audible. I just want to see things start making sense again. Because for the last couple weeks, even when we won against the Eagles, I feel like things just haven't made a whole lot of sense. Sometimes this looks like a team that doesn't practice. Sometimes this looks like a team that just met outside the stadium right before the game started. And I want to see us get away from that. I'm not worried about DK going off. I'm sure he will. I'm not worried about Wilson having a get-right game. I'm sure he will. I'm not worried about this defense continuing to play well. I'm not concerned about any of that. This team has way more talent than the Jets, and they're getting healthy. We're getting Brandon Shell back, so that excuse is now out the window. We're probably going to have Chris Carson at 100%, not even on the injury report this week, so that excuse should be out the window. I just need to see this team show me that they're starting to figure out how to make good decisions, and we'll go from there. And I'm going to go ahead and call it good there. This is a shorter pregame video than I usually make, but once again, the matchups do not concern me. We have more talent than the Jets across the board. If this game comes down to matchups and talent, we will win easily. But what I need to see is a football team that makes sense tomorrow. I need to see us utilize our talent in a way that makes sense. I need to see us break the huddle with 10 seconds or more on the play clock. I need to see us not waste timeouts because we thought we might have had 12 men on the field. It's week 14. The time for 12 men on the field penalties was 2 months ago. Just give me a team tomorrow that makes sense, and this game will take care of itself, and I'll start to have at least some reason to believe this team can get to where I want them to this year. Peace out, Go Hawks. Streams later. See y'all later.